I love internet culture. Probably have about hundreds of hours on social media platforms like Reddit, Instagram, Twitch, and no, I'm not proud. But I do spend a lot of my free time scrolling through posts and seeing what kind of wacky stuff people have to show. And so today, I wanted to talk about the controversy surrounding the internet and people my age. One of the biggest claims I've been hearing is that kids these days are getting hooked on technology at an early age. I've heard stories of parents just tossing iPads at their 5-year-olds and running YouTube videos for like 10 hours a day, and then they just go ahead and call that parenting. And I do think there is some truth to this. Like, for example, back in 2019, YouTube got sued for about $170 million over child privacy laws, which basically means that too many kids were using the platform and there was going to be a huge legal battle over it. I think that a lot of the blame for this problem goes to the parents who are letting these kids just watch YouTube endlessly every day without supervision, and it should be a parent's job to monitor what their kid is doing. I feel like that's just the bare minimum of parenting. It's also probably really bad for the kids too. There's some pretty crazy stuff out there on YouTube that's really unsafe for kids. When they're at such an impressionable young age and they want to copy everything they see from the videos they watch, then it's bound to have a bad effect later on in life. All these staged prank videos and crazy stunts that they do on YouTube, kids are gonna want to try that, and then they might go and do something bad or illegal. Lastly, I think YouTube itself holds some of the blame for this problem because they're supposed to be regulating their own platform. Like, they have YouTube Kids established as a separate platform for a reason. So shouldn't they be working on developing that instead of just letting all these kids reign free on the normal YouTube? I just feel like it's a huge mess right now and it'll take a long time to sort out. Another topic I want to talk about is video games. Along with social media, I really love playing video games, maybe with friends or by myself, and I'm just the type of guy to be popping 90s in Fortnite at 1 a.m. over the weekends. I just think it's a fun way to let your stress out and have a good time with your friends. But it bothers me whenever I see someone out there talking about how, oh, video games are awful to people's minds and violent video games are going to turn you into some mass murderer, serial killer, whatever. But honestly, I just don't see any way that's possible. There's just a massive difference between violence in a video game and violence in real life. So take any shooter game, like Fortnite for example. In that game, there's just so much more than just shooting other people. For example, the game lets you dance, it lets you build structures, it lets you do costumes. There's a lot of stuff that's dedicated to creativity and imagination that offsets the more violent aspect of the game. And you can't even call it violence that much, because there's no blood, there's no gore. The violence is very set back. Now, in comparison to violence in real life, there's not going to be any music, any colorful lights or fanfare. It's just going to be grim and dark. That feeling is absolutely different than video games, where you would just be playing for enjoyment or fun. There's also other things that are similar to video games that people already accept, even though they're a lot closer to violence than video games. I don't see people complaining about kids playing laser tag, or teenagers playing paintball, or even adults playing airsoft. These things are a lot closer to actual violence than video games, but in the end, the purpose of doing them is all the same. It's to have fun. Alright, this video was a lot more serious for me, but I'm glad I got to talk about this stuff just to get it off my chest, because internet culture and video games are something that I'm really connected to. I feel like it's kind of my go-to community whenever I'm feeling sad or I just want to have a good time. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching.